Hello, and welcome to the fourth part of this series on creating a Rothwell County on Cities Skyline. Since we last left off, I've added a few improvements to my industry area. At the end of last episode, we had pretty much just done the rail yard. I think we just put in the nuclear factory. We've put in these silos, and we've done all this park stuff down here. Since then, I've expanded it a little bit and I've added in all this nice stuff here, so I'll walk you through that. This building over here, I think this is a large incineration plant. That's hopefully going to provide a lot of coverage from like my entire city, including the area over here, which is actually what we're going to start building today, but we'll get to that. This is a recycling plant, so it's similar, but this is mainly in for the aesthetic. I just wanted to break up the factories a little bit. As you can see, it doesn't actually look like I've got any factories down because I've dotted them about, and they kind of blend in quite nicely. I mean, this is glaringly obvious, these few ones here, but you've got the odd factory here, there's one on here, and then round here. So they are blending in quite nicely. I also added in these three things. These are water treatment plant assets. So a water tower, obviously, and then this like a administration laboratory, it says, and that is just apparently it's a sludge process tank. But yeah, that's just to complete the look and add a bit more space in between all our factories. Near the docking area, I also added in a container shipyard and a few more car parks. That's another, what's that one called? Just an industrial courtyard, car repair yard. This just completes the look. Another one of these I threw in. Small little park there. Yeah. Aesthetics wise, that's all I've done since we left off. So I can think, oh, actually, yeah, I added in these toll booths. I thought these were a really cool touch. So I've got one on the main road coming in from the city, and I've also got one that coordinates with the motorway. One problem there, because I've got left-hand driving on, the X's and the circles are not on the correct way, on the correct side of the road even. But I'm not too fussed from that, because when you zoom out you can't see it anyway. But other than that, we really need to get in some residential. There's been high demand, and if I go into my zoning, I've actually zoned a few places and nothing else is actually coming up because there's not enough workers. So that's going to be the priority today. And where I've figured I'm going to set up the workers is going to be over here. And this will eventually, I've talked about it before, this is going to be my huge city area around here. I was thinking of making this area industry as well. So what I really need to do is maybe start putting residential here, and this could be like the suburb area up on this hill. I think that might be the best idea. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention, I expanded the railway. There is now a little rural station here, and that is connected to our station here. So I have a line that just runs between these two at the minute, and that can help out the workers get to the factories quicker, which is good and useful. And then obviously I can continue this line all the way through to this side, and in our suburban area they'll have a nice access route to it too. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start now then. So what to do first? I think I will just extend the highways. Do I want to connect? Oh no, they connect up there, don't they? Okay. I'm not going to connect them all the way up there for the minute because I'm not entirely sure. Sorry, I'm not entirely sure where I actually want my motorway to snake through, so I just want to keep it nice and simple for the minute. That may be a little better flattened. No, keep that elevated. And then just come around here, like so. And then I think I'm going to put it to the ground, like that. And then I'll just have one flowing back the same way. It's always the tedious bit, but necessary. So yeah, as I was saying before, this like flat area down here before it gets to the hill, this is going to be like an extension of the industry, so I might have another little bridge here, and that's just another, like, it's just to keep all the industry put in one place because we don't want it spread about all over. We could maybe have another one down, like another industry area down here or something, if there's demand for it, which I'm sure there will be. Okay, so the suburbs, let's get started on that. And actually first, yeah, we'll start on the suburbs, and then once we've plunked down a train station, we'll connect this up to the main rail line. Okay, so how do I want to go about this? Well, for the actual suburb area, I don't want trams, but I wouldn't mind buses. Oh, need to get that on the ground. I think I'll have a main road maybe that goes straight into the big city over there when we get that made, and that'll have a tram line on it maybe, or a subway mechanism or something. But just for like the suburban area, I am going to go with buses for my main form of transport. Right. Now where should we start? We're gonna start with a straight line. Like that. Lovely, we're done. Only joking, obviously. Terrible joke. And what I want to do is have a nice roundabout. I like my roundabouts. Obviously it'll need to be a single lane. Can you get a single lane? Oh, you can't actually get. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Let's just have a one-way road. It's 2-lane anyway, so that's fine. Change onto the curve. Nearly done. And then let's just get rid of all the middle bit. Is that maybe too big? Maybe too big. I think that is a little too big actually. So we'll go in by 1 unit. Quickly delete all this. Connect that up. Back to the one ways. Oh, just quickly have an anchor point so I know where I'm going. Same on this side. So we're on this tool. Like that. That should be much. That's much better. Did I actually not? I didn't make that fall in. It's different. That's silly. Upgrade that. There we go. And there too. Right. So this will obviously be the main strip type thing, the suburb area. So it'll have some like it'll all be low density shops and things like that down this area, and then this is where I think I'll like peel off a bit. So I might actually delete that bit because this is where I'll have the main tram lane that goes straight into the heart of the city. But I will have the bus lane go all the way around. That doesn't quite match up. I'll just extend that too far and then it'll join up nicely. So we've got a main square and the buses will just flow around here. I'll put in what else should I, because just having one bus route doesn't seem very efficient, does it? Right, if I follow that over. I do that. That side's bigger. But we don't want things to be too uniform, do we? What I might do is I won't make this all a grid. I'll extend this a bit and make a little bit of a diagonal. The diagonal could continue all the way up like that. Oh, it's gonna snap. This is totally going back on what I said the plan was earlier, but oh dear, oh well. Trying to get it perfect. Okay. That's looking fine. And then what I could have here is like an interchange type area, so the buses will stop here. This is where I might have the bus depot actually, around here somewhere, and then that'll switch to the tram line, and then the tram line could go straight up. That might work. So yeah, that sounds good for now. Right. This place is gonna need some power and water. So if I connect to the main line that comes from Utility Island, I can get to it from this side. If I just go straight over like that, and then just follow all the roads. Space already occupied. That's not what you want to hear. That'll have to do. You get like that, and then we'll follow you around like that for now. I might as well just fill in the gaps. I could be more efficient than this, but unlimited money, so it's not too much of an issue. I haven't actually played vanilla for quite a while. I started a vanilla. That's too steep. I started a vanilla Snowfall when that came out, and that was really fun. I'd forgotten how like challenging it can actually be, especially early game on City Skyline. But yeah, I did enjoy it. Right. Electricity. So I'll just connect it. Well, it's connected to this nuclear plant. I realized that this grid is completely separate to this grid now. But hopefully eventually when our big city expands to here, they'll connect all the way around, because I'll connect the big city to the power supply here too. But I reckon this nuclear factory will be fine for our suburban town. Oh, I've got a warehouse on fire. It's not what you want to hear. Alright. I want to do the pylons as close to the bridges as I can, just so that they're hidden a little bit from the landscape. And then after that, they'll just follow on the shore, and then that'll maybe change once our second dock area goes through. So yeah, looks ugly for now, but we can deal with it, and it's not too much of a problem. Right, we can start building all our roads and stuff now. Oh, bicycle lanes. That's quite. I might encourage bicycles in the suburban area. But what I do want is, I just want some main roads going. Well, they're not main roads, obviously, but they've got trees on, so they look more like main roads than anything else. And I'll just have 2 there, and then I'll only do 1 on this side, I think, and I'll make it like so. And then I'll do the same, but this way, and then that. Oh. In fact, what I'll do is I'll only have 1 on the side portion, and I'll do that with like in the middle of here. Not sure that they're entirely 90-degree angles, but I think that should be okay. And then I'll just do another one on this side too. Like so. Good. So yeah, quite boring, quite gritty at the minute. So in between these, I'm just gonna have. Want to get the most out of my space. Just two lane with grass, I suppose. Maybe mix it up, chop them up a little bit. You can be like a. Yeah, I don't want you going all the way. How's that looking? Put you all the way through. It's just to make it look a little bit. I don't like it when everything's just square, so I like to do little designs or little differences, just to mix it up a little bit. Right, this side I quite like to do a cul-de-sac at some point. I don't know if that's I don't think that's a British word, but if you don't know what a cul-de-sac is, it's like a dead end. Like a residential dead end. So, for instance, this would be a cul-de-sac. Just a nice circle, and I'll put houses all the way around, and then maybe put some trees or a park in the middle. That could look good. Go back to the straight tool. Just have that come. Oh, extend that, and then do that. That can go to this side. I might actually put you like that, because there's no traffic down here, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. But yeah, you should be extended there. Just make a little thing between you. So yeah, it is a grid, but it doesn't look overly like it is a grid, if you get my drift. Want it to be as close to 90 as I can get it. So about there. And like this. Maybe maybe not like that. I can't do that, so it'll have to be like that. I'll extend this. That could just be a dead end. I think I'll leave it like that. Do you want another cul-de-sac? Maybe not. Oh, that is not what I wanted to happen. Sorry, this bit of the video will be very tedious for you, I'm sure. Just need to get all this down. Okay. I think for now that's okay. We should start zoning probably. Oh, first things first, we need to actually connect it to the highway. That might be useful. So we'll have a road coming off here. And this will just be a normal, we'll make this a 4-lane. Like that. And for now, we'll just have 2 connections. Because it's not really important at the minute. There's nowhere actually to go down here. We will change this to make it look a lot nicer than this. When it gets the time to expand. But for now, that will do. And then, yeah, this is just going to be low density. I don't want any high density at all around this area. I'll slowly fade it into high density when we get closer to the city. But for now, let's just fill this in. Oh, let's fill in the cul-de-sac. And let's actually, I think I'll do the inside of this. Make that look nice. I don't think I'll have any parks that'll fit, but I'll check anyway. Oh, it's a walkway. These are all like the industrial parts. These plaza. I don't know how big they. No, that's a bit too big. Large playground definitely won't fit. Small, maybe. No, that's not gonna work. I think it's gonna have to be a custom job. Okay, so trees. In fact, I'll do pathways first, and I'll make them the nice dirt ones. So I'll have a nice curve like that. And then you join onto that like so. Put loads in. Like a nice little wood, that's a nice area. I like the look of that. Maybe trees are slightly different colours, which just makes it look a bit nicer, really. Yeah, I want to put in trees behind the houses as well. Just fill in some of those gaps. Everyone likes a nice wooded area near where they grow up, don't they? You don't want kids running about where they've in just plain fields, unless they've got a football, obviously. But yeah, that's looking good, and hopefully these guys will trigger some factories to be built eventually. Let's see what I don't think any more are actually popping up, or have popped up. We'll see. I'm sure once we get lots of houses in, it'll skyrocket. Throw in a few parks, I think. Increase some land value. Small park. It's actually going to get rid of that house. Oh, that fits neatly in there. That's good. Then it kind of forms like a pathway connection from this side to this side. I like that. Do some more zoning. I'll put some shops in as well. So yeah, the shops I'll try and stick to the bus lanes. I think that's probably the best option. Oh, we don't want these citizens to be uneducated, so we'll probably have to put in a fair few schools around this area. I want that a bit closer. That maybe. And then the high school, you go on the main road as well, and that's fine for now. I'm gonna speed up the time a little bit, and hopefully they'll move in quicker. Let's see. Yes, keep telling me that. We're improving quite quickly. That's good news. I'm surprised that's actually connected. I'm getting a little bit of demand. I'm still not getting the factories popping up that I need. I'm not, but people are traveling this way. Let me slow down and see where this guy is going. He's a high school student. Okay. There's a high school right there, but oh well. Oh, this place doesn't have any healthcare or anything. Medium-sized clinic. What does this look like? I don't want that on the traffic lights. Put it to the side. Yeah, that's good. Providing good coverage. Police. Rural station. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, that'll fit in nicely in suburbs. But again, maybe better on a main road. But I'll put that. I always keep my like healthcare, fire care, and all that stuff together. I'm not quite sure why. It's just a habit, I suppose. So they should all have good coverage now. Garbage collection. It fades out by the time it gets there. That could be an issue. Like I was talking about earlier, with I was going to do another small road over here. If I do that now, then maybe that will provide them with the collection that they need. So I'll just continue this out, because eventually that's what all this will become. But then if I don't want it to be too steep and look all funny. Let me just check how that looks. I don't like the look of that. Might have to do. I'll do some quick terraforming. Is this smooth? Yeah, that's a smooth one. Smooth out this little bit. Go back. That looks to. It's this bit here. I want it to be smooth. That'll be fine, I think. And then I'll just connect it to something that's already built. So if I go back to, yeah, they've got coverage now. That's good. That's what we wanted. This was going to be a thing anyway, so that's pretty useful. I'm not sure how many people actually use the motorway now, though. I suppose, like, people who live in this area will, but people who live over here will probably just cut straight through. So, right, and the factories still aren't popping. I've not really got much demand at the minute of anything. I don't like it when that happens. So I'll just fill this in, put in some more commercial, just keep things steady. I'll create my bus route. City bus, that's not what I want. Bus station, bus depot. You need a bus depot first, I think. And then I'll put in a bus station up there. And that's where that will go. I don't want you next to the hospital. Put you here on the main road. How do you do for power? Oh yeah, that's something I missed last time. I didn't quite understand how these underground cables worked. And so what you actually do is you just plonk it down and it forms a connection like you would between houses. And I didn't realise that's how they actually worked. But that is actually really, really good and useful. So I've done that now. Because yeah, I put in the nuclear power plant because I needed a connection. Well, not because I need the connection, but I used that as a justification for it, which I definitely should not have done. Okay, I'm going to quickly do a bus route, and I think I'm going to leave it there for today. Where should we start? This... I'll make this one the loop. So it'll start here, and this is just future-proofing, really. Eventually I'll have had one of these anyway. This is where I said I'd put the big bus station, so we need to stop there. Just go all the way around, stop off at the shops, stop off opposite the elementary school. I think that's near there. Stop, maybe just another one there, and then complete the line. I should see loads of buses come out in a minute. I wish they'd stagger the bus releases, because they always all come out at once, and then you always have trouble with them being right behind each other constantly, but like that. Eventually they do step out after like traffic lights go off and things like that, but it just takes a while to begin with. But hey ho. Okay, so we've laid down the foundations of our new suburban town. Hopefully that... Oh, we've got death. That's the one thing I don't account for. Oh, he's gone. Oh, the hair's came. That's okay. Yeah, so we've laid down the foundations. So between this episode and next episode, I'll fill in some of the gaps, add in a few more parks, and then we can get cracking, or nearly at the point to start the big city, really. But yeah, I'll fast forward through it, and we'll get some demand up, and hopefully we will have I'll have something really interesting to show you this episode. The next episode. This episode was a bit dull, wasn't it? But they can't all be incredible. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.